Are your tax deadlines and paying those liabilities coming up to you as a surprise? If they are, follow this video and I'll explain more. I'm Michael from MDH Accountants. If you like this video, click the bell to subscribe to be notified of all our business tips and business growth strategies. I've lost count of the amount of prospects that I've sat in front of that have gone, oh, just did not see that liability coming. Or I've only got 2 weeks to pay this and I haven't got the money. If you're in this situation, this video is for you. Profit reporting and tax planning all need to be synchronized, because if not, all you're doing is tax planning in the dark. Cash flow forecasting, profit, and also tax planning should go hand in hand. Now, if you're just looking at tax planning on its own without anything else, you are doing this in the dark. Now, who wants to do that in the dark? You want to do it with real figures, because the real figures are the results of your business, and the real figures will get you closer towards your personal and your business goals. So what are you actually using to make great tax decisions? Because a lot of tax decisions, as you'll see in our book, 75 Ways to Pay Less Tax, they're all really good. But they do take you in different directions, and they're more relevant depending on what business stage you are in your business cycle too. So make sure when you're doing any tax planning advice that it is relevant to where you are now and it's important. Because what you want to concentrate on is if you're making no profit, you're not going to be paying any tax. So you may want to be looking at basically turning that loss into a profit. You also may be looking at equipment later on in the future. Now, if that's 2 or 3 years time, you may not need to buy it now, but if you're going to use that piece of equipment or IT or server or anything that's an asset, in the next following year, you ideally want to do this before your year end. That way you get the tax relief in full on these set of accounts, because normally most small businesses get 100% capital allowances, and it comes off your profit and reduces your tax. And after the tax has gone up to 25 from 19, who doesn't want to crystallize that extra tax saving now? Now, you also have to be proactive in a business. It's all good to save tax, but you've also got to consider cash flow issues as well, because a lot of small businesses are undercapitalized, where they're basically just about scraping through from a cash flow basis, but they can still be profitable. So we deal with a lot of construction businesses. So as a great example here, they may be a business that's going from 900 to say, I don't know, 2 million. To be able to take on these bigger projects and bigger contracts, they're going to need a bigger lead time where customers take a bit longer to pay, but also there may also be a need for investing in assets. And there may not necessarily be the cash flow in the business to pay for it. So there's an option where you can still buy assets, but you can use finance to do it. In this case, if Danny's going to buy a digger, that digger could be bought using asset finance. As long as it's purchased before the company's year end, it will still get all the tax relief, but you haven't got to worry about crippling your working capital, and you can use the finance to pay that off once you've made the profit from the project. So make sure you've got a real sharp eye on cash flow, because without cash and being able to pay for things, you are going to run into some monumental problems. I've lost count in our office the amount of times I've sat with a client or potential new client and they've gone, ooh, I know my business is really bad. So you get it up on a projector, you run through it, they're clear on everything, they go, oh yeah, that's what they expected. Now, carrying that rock and that burden for a long time is really painful. One, it's going to actually crush your enthusiasm. Secondly, you're going to lose some focus, but you are continually guessing, which is taking up headspace. That headspace is stopping you going to get really amazing new customers, doing some business development work, or concentrating on your job so they're more profitable they could be with more focus. We've all done it. Just make sure that you don't fall into that trap ever again. Because whenever you look at anything in business, the moment you have clarity, that builds confidence. And the moment you have confidence takes into amazing actions. And if you're doing amazing actions, they're coming from a place of confidence, coming from a place of high energy, normally you'll have a better chance of being more successful in the growth in your business and or profitability. So make sure all of your decisions are coming from a place of clarity and not sitting there hoping in the dark. Now, I bang on about this a lot. Better budgeting allows for better decisions. So if you're budgeting and you do this on a regular basis, the first time you do it, it's a bit uncomfortable, you don't quite get it. The more serious you take it, the more practice you get, the better you can be. And the best business owners forecast income accurately, but they also have a really good handle of their costs. Now, I'm not saying be a complete miser, cut. What I'm saying is just spend things that give you immense value. So whatever the cost is, are you getting more value out of that cost from it? If it is, carry on doing it, and if sometimes, spend more. So make sure you've got a really good budget, so you've got a handle on exactly where you're going into the future. When you've got clarity, you've got less stress. When you've got less stress, you've got a better business. When you're not worrying about tax, you can look forward and look at basically serving your customers really well and attracting new ones. You can even look at innovating your business. Less stress means you can look forward instead of looking back over your shoulder going, oh God, this is killing me. So how do you eliminate more stress out of your business? As a business owner, you'll be really good at doing the thing that you do. You'll be really good at making the product that you do. So a good accountant and/or business advisor coach, let them help you. They can stand by your side. They can do the important bits from the financial analysis. They can also give you a breakdown of what's needed, and they can give you clarity. So you're looking at the things that are really important within your business, so you can just make better decisions. So don't feel that you have to do all this alone, because it's not, it's quite overwhelming. Plus your time might be better invested in other areas. Get your books up to date. Make sure your cloud accounting is absolutely nailed. That way you have better results than the starting point going forward. And if you need any help with looking at how good the quality of your books are, we can analyze these at very, very low cost to see what the quality is like. There'll be no pushy sales pitch afterwards. We'll just analyze your cloud accounting package, see how good it is, and if there's recommendations, we'll tell you, but also if it's good, we'll say it's good. Now, if you're struggling with management data too, there's a button below where you can click the link to book one of our business overview reports. This is 2 pages of the top level data you'll need to run your business. All we need to do is hook up to your cloud accounting software, and then we can do the work for you to give you sometimes the data that you may not ever had. Take this opportunity today.